called as ionic bond or electrovalent bond. So every metal, it only combines with another non-metal only. These two combine by forming the force of attraction between them. So that force of attraction is called as electrostatic force of attraction by forming ions. So metal and non-metal, they first by complete transfer of electrons form oppositely charged ions, and those ions, due being oppositely charged, get attracted towards each other with a very strong force of attraction called as electrostatic force of attraction, and they attach together. So this binding between these two ions, two or more ions, is called as chemical bond, and the type of a chemical bond in this case is ionic bond. Ionic bond, the bond means a force of attraction. The force of attraction which binds two atoms together. Here is the that bond is formed between ions, so therefore it is called ionic bond, or also called as electrovalent bond. Earlier it was called electrovalent, now it is called ionic bond. Okay, so example we have started with the sodium. Sodium has 11 atoms, 11 atomic number is 11. That means it has electrons, 11 electrons it has. So electronic configuration is 281. So to complete octets, it has to lose one electron. So it will lose one electron and form positively charged ion. That is sodium ion, positively charged ion with loss of one electron is formed. So sodium forms positively charged ion. Now that this lost electron, the whatever the electron is given by sodium will be accepted by chlorine, because chlorine has electron dot structure of 287. So that 7 to complete octet, it needs one more electron. So this chlorine atom will gain one electron and form chlorine ion. So this is negatively charged. Now sodium is formed, which is positively charged, and chlorine is formed, which is negatively charged. So both the oppositely charged particles comes closer with a very and attached together, binded together with a very strong force of attraction. And this way, the ionic bond between the ions is formed. This way, the compound formation, and this way, all the ions of sodium and chlorine combined together forms a compound called as ionic compound. So here electron dot structure, sodium has one electron in the last shell, chlorine has 7 electrons in the last shell, which is shown by, one is shown by cross and another one is shown by dot. Any one you can show by dot and any other will be shown by cross, doesn't matter. Now you have to show this transfer, from which to which transfer of electron has taken place. Sodium has one electron, it is transferred to chlorine. Now after transferring of an electron, the sodium will become positively charged ion, and chlorine, due to addition of one extra electron, it will become negatively charged. And they both of them bind together with a very strong force of attraction called as electrostatic force of attraction. So NaCl molecule, so ions of Na and Cl combine together and we write this as NaCl. But inside NaCl there are no atoms, there are ions. Constituent particles are ions. These ions only attach together. So these are the two ions which are attached together. So all the crystals, when you start breaking down the crystals of sodium chloride, you will land up to get ions. Charged particles are present inside that. Clear? So this way, so although we write NaCl, this is by default we are writing, but it is always positive. This is ion and this is another ion. These two ions have been attached together. This is about sodium chloride. Now we have to draw magnesium oxide. Magnesium oxide, magnesium, one atom of magnesium and one atom of oxygen. So magnesium atomic number is 12. So electronic configuration 282. So it has, what it will do to complete its octet?
It'll give up 2 electrons.
Yes, to complete octet, it will lose 2 electrons. So magnesium will form magnesium 2 plus ion by losing 2 electrons. So magnesium gives out magnesium, it will form 2 electrons, it will lose. So after losing 2 electrons, it will form magnesium 2 plus ions. So this is, it forms positively charged ion. Okay. Now what about oxygen? Oxygen atomic number is 8. Electronic configuration is 2, 6. To complete octet,
Will gain 2 electrons.
it will gain 2 electrons. So oxygen plus 2 electrons forms O2 minus ions. So it will form negatively charged ions. So magnesium will form positively charged ion and oxygen will form negatively charged ion.
Ma'am, for the oxygen, can't we write it like the Mg how you wrote it for magnesium?
No, it is
Like,
gaining here. It is losing here and here it is gaining.
oh, okay.
Here it is losing. That's the reason we have written on the product side.
Okay.
And here it is gaining that oxygen. Oxygen is gaining those 2 electrons. So therefore it is written on the same side.
Ma'am,
Okay, ma'am.
Yes.
there's a compound called MgO2 also, no, ma'am.
MgO2 is not there. No, no, no.
I saw in some book, ma'am. Magnesium dioxide.
Magnesium dioxide. No, I have not seen anywhere.
Yes, ma'am.
MnO2 is there, not MgO2.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. MnO2. Sorry.
MnO2 is manganese dioxide.
Yes, ma'am.
So now electron dot structure. So in that first magnesium has 2 electrons. Always you have to show in square bracket. Plus oxygen. It has 6 electrons. So I'm showing this with cross. 2 top, 2 side, 2 down. These 2 left because it don't have 8 electrons in the beginning. Now these Mg's electrons will be transferred to oxygen. So after losing 2 electrons, Mg will form 2 plus ion and oxygen will form 2 minus ion. These 2 dots which came from magnesium. So it will form 2 O2 minus. Now Mg 2 plus and O2 minus combine, forming MgO. Clear? Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, so how will the question be asked?
Explain the ionic bond formation between magnesium oxide.
Okay, ma'am.
3 mark.
Ma'am, whenever we are showing electronic dot structure, ma'am,
Yeah.
we have to in the dot when you're drawing the dots, we have to show the number of electrons only in the last shell.
On the last shell. We are not supposed to show inner ones.
Okay.
Mom, have you posted the starting part of this on YouTube?
When you are ready, that time I will post. When your exams get over?
24th, Mom. 2 more exams, that's all.
2 more.
Yeah, Hindi and math. So tomorrow there's no exam, and then Wednesday, then Thursday no exam, and Friday math.
Okay.
Ma'am, can you just scroll it down a little?
Are we doing biology after this chapter?
Yeah. Done?
Yes, ma'am.
Then magnesium chloride. Calcium chloride I will take. Formation of calcium chloride. For calcium, atomic number. What is the atomic number of calcium?
20.
20. Electronic configuration?
2,
8, 8, 2.
2882. Okay, so that means it has 2 extra electrons. So it has a property of losing 2 electrons. So it will lose 2 electrons to complete octet. So therefore calcium gives out calcium 2 plus 2 electrons and form positively charged ion. Now here chlorine, atomic number is 70. So 287 is electronic configuration. It will gain to 1 electron. It will gain only 1 electron to complete octet. So Cl plus 1 electron forms Cl minus and forms negatively charged ions. So now these two oppositely charged ions. So there are 2 electrons first. So calcium is losing 2 electrons. So calcium loses 2 electrons, which are gained by 2 chlorine atoms. So therefore 2Cl gains 2 electrons and forms 2Cl minus. Then these oppositely charged particles attach with a strong force of attraction. So these positively charged particles, that is ions, attracted with very strong electrostatic force of attraction. So we have to draw the electron dot structure. This is magnesium chloride and calcium chloride, which is very important, mostly asked question on this part. Electron dot structure. One calcium has 2 electrons in the last shell. Chlorine, there will be 2 chlorine atoms are gaining those electrons. It has 7 electrons. Second chlorine ion atom, sorry, 6, and this is 7. There are 7 electrons in the last shell. So this electron is transferred here. This electron is transferred here. Okay. So this way calcium lose 2 electrons and form Ca2 plus chlorine. There will be chlorine ions. So this is earlier one and this is new one will become negatively charged. Another chlorine will be also negatively charged because it will gain 1 electron from the calcium. So totally it will form, this is plus sign is not there here. Now calcium will form 2 plus and 2 chlorine ions form negative. So these two combine to form CaCl2. Clear? How it is formed, is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, I didn't understand the part where after you got the chlorine, after that I didn't understand what you did.
Which part? Second, third position.
The second position.
Here the chlorine ions, it gains the electrons from the calcium.
No, not in this, ma'am. I'm not in the electron dot structure. I'm telling in the practical one where that after Cl plus.
There is one atom, there are 2 atoms. Actually, the calcium loses 2 electrons, so it should be gained by 2 atoms, no? Chlorine, a single chlorine will gain only 1. It can't take 2. So
Oh, okay.
chlorine atom will gain 1 electron. So like that, but the calcium is giving 2 electrons. So therefore 2 chlorine atoms gains 2 electrons and form 2 Cl minus.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
2 chlorine atoms will gain 1 electron because calcium has to give 2 electrons. So there should be 2 acceptors.
Okay, ma'am.
So write down from this. Calcium chloride, magnesium chloride is most commonly asked.
Ma'am, so whenever calcium reacts with chlorine, 2 atoms of chlorine will be reacting with calcium, ma'am.
Yeah, that is the reason CaCl2 is the formula.
Ma'am, in our school, we are gonna have weekly tests every week.
Good.
Yeah, every week.
Studying.
Ma'am?
At least you will keep studying for that, no?
Yes, ma'am, that is one thing. And every week it's for 20 or 30 marks. And also they give homework on Saturday and Sunday. And so nowadays it's becoming more tight.
Yeah, because they have to finish the portions because portions it is reduced to this much only. So you have
Yeah.
before October you have to finish the portions. They have to finish the portions before October.
Yes, ma'am.
Done magnesium chloride, sorry, calcium chloride, then solve or draw for magnesium chloride.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, can you just
Can you
scroll
scroll
down?
down?
Ma'am, a little more down.
Completed?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Then do for this one, magnesium chloride and calcium oxide. So draw the dot structure. First you have to write which one will lose, which one will gain. And after that, electron dot structure.
Which one, ma'am? Magnesium?
Magnesium chloride and calcium oxide.
Okay.
The same way what we did for calcium chloride, the same thing we should do
Yep.
for magnesium.
Exactly same.
Ma'am, you said magnesium chloride and
Calcium oxide.
okay.
Ma'am, even the electron dot structure is same, right? Instead of calcium, we should just write Mg.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ma'am, magnesium chloride and what?
Calcium oxide.
Done, ma'am, both of them.
Done, ma'am.
Both done.
Yes, ma'am.
Then
Ma'am,
do Na2O,
Ma'am, 1 minute, ma'am.
Na2O.
Ma'am, did you tell something?
Na2O, sodium oxide.
Ma'am, done, ma'am.
Ma'am, will the marks be cut if the child draws with the help of pen, like the electronic dot?
Yes, pen. No, diagram. Not for diagram. You're not using pen. Supposed to use pen.
Okay. Ma'am, but this is not a diagram.
I'm not getting your voice clearly. You come closer to the this one, your mic.
Ma'am, this is not a diagram.
Here is okay, but here electron dot structure with pencil only.
Okay.
I'm going to draw the electron dot structure with pencil.
Yes. So you have drawn magnesium chloride, then calcium oxide. Further, I told you sodium oxide, Na2O. Draw KCl as well.
And what was the last one?
KCl, potassium chloride.
Ma'am, potassium is 19.
Yes, potassium is 192881. Done. Every day I need to tell to switch on or a video. Only two students are.
Na2O, I'm getting confused.
Instead of two this one negatively charged ions, two positively charged ions has to be there. Two sodium ion atoms will give one electrons. Two oxygen. Oxygen needs two electrons. Those are given by two sodium atoms.
Ma'am, I have just written that how many atoms this O and like oxygen and sodium needs, and then I directly wrote electron dot structure. Is it fine or should
Electron losing and gaining also you have to show.
Yeah, I wrote that also. Like it will lose one electron to complete octet and all that.
Na gives Na plus plus one electron.
Yeah, that and all I wrote, but
Yeah.
in the Mg for the other ones we have written that these positively charged because
Positively
Mg
charged ions combines with attracts negatively charged ions, or these two oppositely charged ions combine together with a very strong force of attraction.
Do we have to write that also, ma'am? Okay.
Ma'am, can you write for potassium, the K plus is equals to 1 electron plus that thing?
K is equal to K plus plus one electron. K arrow gives K plus plus one electron. Rishi, which question you're doing? KCl. Okay. Depriya, completed?
Yes.
Hansika, Jani, have you finished?
I'm doing that.
Kirtana? Maybe it will still 5 or 10 minutes more.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Saptashi, which question you're doing?
Last one, electron dot structure.
Okay.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
ma'am, there was a tent motor in our house, ma'am.
Yeah.
It was not working, so I opened it, ma'am. I found a DC motor.
DC motor. You have,
It
yeah.
was a DC motor, ma'am. I have it, ma'am.
Motor generally DC only. Motor is not possible AC.
No, ma'am, like I thought it is not that type of motor, ma'am, but I found the structure of the thing.
Exactly same structure you will get. Yes.
Magnet,
Magnets, a
armature.
concave shaped magnets might be
Yes,
there,
ma'am.
and the circular shape, that's rectangular or circular shaped coil is there, wounded around.
Yes, ma'am, circular shaped. And brushes also I found.
Okay, good. Ankur also has dissection of that motor. He also has shown the
Ma'am,
pictures.
I again
You already
joined.
shown the picture. You
Yes,
joined
ma'am,
again.
even I have it now, ma'am.
Okay.
Mom, you mean like a normal water pumping motor?
Yeah.
How do you break it open?
Ask him.
Screws.
With screws, you can open it up now. You can loosen the outer covering. Fine, fine, fine. Done. Only 4. This much time.
Yeah, ma'am, 2 minutes.
2 minute time is needed for only one. 2 minutes. So 2 minutes, 8 minutes more. You have taken 15 minutes. More than 15 minutes. Next is characteristics of ionic compounds. So there are a few characteristics you have to remember. There are 4 characteristics. You have to remember the characteristics of the ionic compounds. First one is physical state. These compounds are found in solid state, but although they are in solid, but they are brittle. These compounds are in solid state, but these are brittle. These are all solid, but brittle. What do you mean by brittle?
Soft.
No.
Very weak. It's weak.
Broken by hand.
It can be
Like
easily
breaking
broken into pieces. You can immediately crush them with your hand also. Sometimes you will crush them and get converted into powdered form. It's like a salt. Try crushing them. It's easily get crushed. That means broken into pieces easily. By applying force, we can easily break them into pieces. That is a physical state. These are solid state. Why these are in solid state? Because the ions attach together with a very strong force of attraction called electrostatic force of attraction. Therefore, these are found. The intermolecular space is very, very less because the force is very high. Therefore, these are found in the solid state. Second one, they have high melting and boiling point. They have high melting and boiling points. So why they have high melting and boiling points? Melting means converting solid into liquid state. Boiling means liquid into gaseous state. So that is possible when the force of attraction between the ions will break. To break the ions, we know that is two ions here are attached together with very strong electrostatic force of attraction. And due to that strong force, to break that bond, that means to overcome that force of attraction, large amount of heat energy is needed. And this is the reason melting point, that is the temperature to which this force is overcome, that is force of attraction is reduced, can be reduced only after supplying large amount of heat energy. And therefore the temperature, due to large amount of heat energy is provided to break this bond, therefore temperature increases to a very high value. That is the reason they have high melting and boiling point. So reason this question is asked for, give reason why the ionic compounds have high melting and boiling points. These compounds, in these compounds, ions are attached, ions are binded by very strong electrostatic force of attraction. To overcome this force, large amount of heat energy is need to be supplied. That is why these are high melting and boiling points.
Ma'am, for chalk powder, it is CaO, ma'am.
Done?
Ma'am, for chalk powder, it is CaO, ma'am.
Chalk powder is calcium carbonate, CaCO3. Third one, compounds are soluble in water. Compounds are soluble in water but insoluble in organic solvent. But these are insoluble in organic solvents. Organic solvents like kerosene, petrol, benzene, alcohol. So in these compounds don't dissolve into that. In a vinegar, if we try dissolving salt, common salt, it won't dissolve. Dissolution is not possible in vinegar. Vinegar is organic solvent. Kerosene is organic solvent. Vegetable oil is organic solvent. So they won't dissolve in oil. Salt won't dissolve in oil, but easily dissolve in water. Okay. And the fourth one is these compounds conduct current in liquid or in aqueous state. Liquid, that is a molten state, or in aqueous state. But in solid state, they do not conduct current. So these compounds do not conduct current in solid state, but conduct current in molten or aqueous state. Can you tell the reason? Can you tell the reason for this? Why they do not conduct current in solid state, but conduct current in liquid? Liquid, that is a mold after melting, or in aqueous state?
Is it because solids are rigid or something like that?
Ma'am, ions, like
Yes.
That like
in liquid state, the ions will be found. Free ions.
Yeah. That's right. So in solid state, the ions are not free to conduct current. We know that is in any solution, it conducts current only when ions are free. In the solid state, ions are not free. So therefore it won't conduct current. But in liquid state or in aqueous state, the ions are free to conduct current. Clear? Reason clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, then we will stop science. Now start maths.